welcome to the Speeding Bulletin. My name is Steve Younis from supermanhomepage.com. This is all the Superman related news that happened during the week, April 1st, April 7th, 2011. Digitalspy.co.uk spoke with Zack Snyder about the visual effects necessary for a film like Superman. He said if he's going to do something physical, that's a visual effect because he's Superman. I think in the past people have tried to figure out how to do that with strings and putting cars on hydraulics and having him stand under it, but we're really trying to work on a way of doing this that really makes that feel real. MTV.com spoke with Henry Cavill at WonderCon in San Francisco this past weekend, where he was promoting his new film Immortals, and asked him about how his Superman will differ from those who have come before him. He said it's going to be different, but not so different that it's unrecognisable. Cavill told Movieline.com that he's had some costume fittings for the Superman suit, although he's still fine-tuning his body. He said, "I'm so excited, it's fantastic, really, really fantastic." Henry also answered questions about how he'd be playing Superman, or whether he was worried about being typecast. MovieNews.com claims to have received details from a source outlining the synopsis for the upcoming Superman film. The claim is that Superman is seen as a threat by the military led by General Sam Lane, who are disturbed by his alien origins, his powers and his motives, and use remnants of his homeworld against him in the form of kryptonite-powered super soldier Metallo. True or false? Time will tell, but for now we present it to you as just another rumour doing the rounds. And speaking of rumours, RadarOnline.com are persisting with the rumour that Lindsay Lohan is still in the running for a villain role in the upcoming movie. Close pal Nathan Folks told RadarOnline.com Lindsay said she would be ecstatic to be a part of the Superman movie, it's a dream of hers. The website also claims that unknown actor Adam Harris is up for the role of Lex Luthor. Amazon.com now have the Superman the Motion Picture Anthology Blu-ray collection available to pre-order for its June 7th release. Voices from Krypton at comicbookmovie.com posted an interview with Brandon Routh from WonderCon, where he was in attendance promoting his new film Dylan Dog Dead of Night, and asked him to look back at Superman Returns. He mentioned wishing they'd used more real flying footage rather than CGI, and spoke about how he felt when he realised there wouldn't be a sequel. Bruce Timm told fans of the Green Lantern Emerald Knights panel at WonderCon that the next Warner Brothers animated film would be titled Justice League Doom, and would be loosely inspired by the Tower of Babel story from the comics. The script from the animated movie was the final work of Dwayne McDuffie. The original story was published in the Justice League of America number 43 to number 46 run, and was written by Mark Waid and illustrated by Howard Porter. In TV news, EW.com posted a short interview with Smallville executive producer Brian Peterson, who talked about the final run of episodes of the series. He said the first one back, Kent, is kind of a thriller that is really heartwarming, and then we have Booster, that is this really fun glossy superhero that's come to town and thrown a wrench in Clark's plans. Tom Welling and Erica Durant adorned the cover of the April 11th edition of TV Guide magazine, which hit newsstands on Thursday, April 7th. TV Guide posted part of its article from the magazine on their website. In it, Tom Welling says, "This show to me has always been about Clark Kent, it hasn't been about Superman, and it was very important at the end that we make sure that we wrap up the Clark Kent story." TVGuide.com spoke with Alison Mack about returning to her role of Chloe Sullivan for the two-part series finale. She said, "It was important for me to pay homage to the character, the people I've worked with and the fans." The Ask Osceola column at TVLine.com posted a spoiler answer regarding whether or not we'll see Jor-El return before Smallville ends. Osceola said, "I hear Terrence Stamp turned down an offer to appear in the flesh, but you'll once again hear his voice in the penultimate episode when the Superman icon gives Lois Clark's powers for a day." The CW released a promo trailer for the airing of the pilot episode of Smallville, which airs tonight, April 8th at 8 PM. Tom Welling told Zap2it.com, "I've revisited the pilot a few times, sometimes by accident, other times for research, and I'm always amazed at how far we've come." The CW also released the official spoiler-filled description for Dominion, the 19th episode of the 10th and final season of Smallville. In this episode, Tess learns that General Slade was found unconscious on a street corner, proof that someone has gained access to the Phantom Zone's escape portal and sent him back. Clark decides to return to the exiled land to make sure other Phantoms are not fleeing, and is furious when Oliver tricks Clark into taking him along. Dominion will air on Friday, April 29th at 8 PM. Superman homepage reviewer James Lands continues reviewing episodes from the 1950s Adventures of Superman TV series. Check out his review of the Season 5 episode Tin Hero, in which Perry hires timid Frank Smullins when Smullins manages to stop a crime. In comic book news, Paul Cornell spoke with CBR TV about the upcoming landmark Action Comics 900, The trick in balancing Lex Luthor's characterization, keeping readers invested in the villain without cheering for him, Cornell's take on Doomsday, collaborating with Superman writer Chris Robertson, the benefits of using thought balloons versus captions, and much more. At WonderCon this past weekend, DC Comics announced a series of retroactive comic books set for publication in July or August. Retroactive reunites classic writers and artists with classic characters, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, The Flash and Justice League of America, returning to the interpretations they are best known for. Martin Pascoe will write the 1970s Superman book, Marv Wolfman the 1980s, while Louise Simonson will write the 1990s story. ComicBookResources.com caught up with Kelly Sue DeConnick to talk to her about her 3-issue run on the monthly Supergirl comic book title. Kelly explains gifted kids have started disappearing from the area surrounding Stanhope College, and one of them reappears in Metropolis, unable to tell them where she's been or why. Lois Lane and Supergirl team up to investigate. Look for the first part of Kelly's 3-issue run starting in Supergirl number 65, available June 15th. Superman comic books we reviewed this week included Action Comics 899, which was reviewed by Ralph Silver, who called it the most inane and haphazard comic book he's ever read, and he gave it a 1 out of 5. Adam DeChannel reviewed the Jimmy Olsen one-shot, giving it a 5 out of 5, saying, "Here in one piece the story flows well." While Ralph Silver reviewed JLA the 99 number 6, giving the final chapter a 4 out of 5, saying he enjoyed this series a lot. Superman comics shipping this week from April 6th include DC Universe Online Legends number 5, which has a digital version available, JLA 80-page Giant 2011 number 1, Superman Batman Annual number 5, part of the Reign of Doomsday story, and Time Masters Vanishing Point trade paperback. In other news, the celebrities attending the 2011 Superman celebration in Metropolis, Illinois were announced this week. Sam Huntington, who played Jimmy Olsen from Superman Returns, and Elena Huffman, who played Black Canary in Smallville, will be joined by Mark Pillow, who was Nuclear Man in Superman 4, and Tracy Roberts-Lewis, who played Darla in the Superboy TV series. Comic book artists Jamal Igle and Freddie Williams II will also be attending the Superman celebration, which will be held across June 9th to June 12th. Visit supermancelebration.net for further information. Canada's Walk of Fame committee are currently taking nominations for inductees in the 2011 Walk of Fame, and we encourage Superman fans to send in a nomination for Superman co-creator Joe Shuster. Visit canadaswalkoffame.com and enter the name Joe Shuster into the nomination form. Nominations close at the end of April. The track team recently announced the release of their DC Showcase animated short scores to The Spectre, Green Arrow, Jonah Hex, and Superman Shazam: The Return of Black Adam as a limited edition release of 1,000 units to be released on Tuesday, April 12th. The album will also be released digitally through iTunes, Amazon and other online outlets. Sony Online Entertainment has released a new online video promoting the latest group combat raid for DC Universe Online, the MMORPG for PC and PS3. Brainiac has targeted Batman's Batcave, controlling Brother Eye and Batman himself. Witness the power of Brainiac. We had some fun with our annual April Fool's Day pranks once again this year. If you missed it, we had a fake report on the Superman movie costume, a Lois Lane TV series, a retro comic book series, and Tom Welling getting arrested. The Superman homepage Super Trivia Quiz has been updated for another month. The 3 questions we're asking you this month are: which of the following villains did not show up in the Battle of the Superheroes episode of Batman the Brave and the Bold? Metallo, Mxyzptlk, Bizarro, Lex Luthor, Brainiac or Toyman? What are the names of the 2 writers who wrote the screenplay for Superman Returns? And who voices the role of Superman in the BBC audio radio dramas Superman on Trial, The Adventures of Superman and Doomsday and Beyond? If you think you can answer all 3 questions, check out the Super Trivia Quiz and submit your entry. That's all the Superman news there was for the week April 1st to April 7th. I'm Steve Younis from SupermanHomepage.com.
Great Scott! Great Scott! Great Scott!
Hello everyone, welcome to Great Scott. I'm Scotty V. Thanks for watching. Well, here we are again, some more Smallville information. It's recently been announced that the finale may include some sort of transformation on Smallville. Transformation. Some fans are liking that word, some not so much. We've been taking 10 years to get to this supposed transformation, and so far it's been 1 step forward, 3 steps back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. We're right about status quo with where we were when the series started. So does that mean in the finale that we're going to see this magical transformation, that Clark's suddenly going to put on the red, yellow, and blue suit and everything's going to be great? He's going to be the real Superman we've been waiting for all this time? Well, the hints are that probably not. Although it's possible we might get a 30 or 40-second clip of him flying out of the fortress in some sort of red, blue, and yellow blur. I tend to doubt we're going to see the full-on Superman uniform. That's just me. And it's possible. Anything can happen. We have seen the Superman Returns suit frozen in carbonite in the fortress. And we do know that Superman's mother, Martha, has created the suit for him. So it's possible. Anything is possible. These reports that you can read at the Superman homepage do indicate that everyone believes that this show has always been about Clark, and Clark's journey is now coming to an end. There's some arguing on the boards already that Clark's journey continues even when he becomes Superman. So for them to have the view that this is Clark's journey ending is kind of an incorrect view to look at if you look at it that way. But Smallville has actually been about Clark from the beginning. It was always supposed to be about Clark, and it was never supposed to be about the tights, the flying, or Superman. It was about Clark becoming Superman. And they always said that we don't want to get to Superman too quick because our model for the show will end if Superman ever shows himself, if Clark becomes Superman. So hopefully that means that for the finale, we fans that have been waiting for 10 years to see some sign of the Superman we know and love, that we'll actually get it. We'll see. Thanks for watching, everybody. Remember, look up in the sky.